I was driving home from work one Thursday afternoon. My phone rang. I was so looking forward to my day off the next day that I hardly ever get. My phone rings. It's a lady from my church saying, "Can you please go to the hospital in Elmhurst and see my daughter's fiance? He's got cancer. He's dying, and we're just not sure where he's at with Jesus." My first thought is, why am I going? Why aren't you going? Like, why do you need a professional to go see this guy? I mean, you know him better than I do. My second thought is, my wife's going to kill me. It's my day off. There's no way I want to go and see this guy. So I go home. I don't tell my wife till the next morning. I should probably go to this hospital room and see this guy that I don't even know, to visit him, to see and talk about, this Jesus thing, his cancer, the whole thing. So I go over to the hospital with a pretty bad attitude about this whole thing, and I get up to the third floor. I knock on the door of the room. Inside is this woman's daughter who called me, and I walk around the corner, and there's this guy in a bed full of tubes, laying there just, completely ravaged by cancer. As I walk around the corner, though, he says this to me, "Scotty Klein." I said, "No, it's not Scotty Klein. I'm Jeffrey Klein." He goes, "Kleiner, it's me, Tubby." I couldn't believe it. Tubby, a guy I had played softball with 10 years earlier. Like, all summer long, this guy was into all kinds of crazy things, and here he was with cancer. And I had been called to his room by this lady from my church. I mean, unbelievable. So I sat down next to his bed. We had this unbelievable conversation about faith, about heaven, about hell, about Jesus. And, 3 days later, I performed Tubby's funeral. And I got to speak to his friends about the faith decisions that he had made just before he died. I got to speak to all these guys that I had played softball with 10 years earlier about my faith in Jesus Christ and how important he was to me. I thought, wow, we have no idea how huge God is. We have no idea how much he wants to use us each and every day of our lives. I think the reason Christians are so bent on little minuscule things, we're so focused on little tiny stuff, because our God is just tiny. We don't really realize that God is he's orchestrating huge things. He's at work. He's doing amazing things. He's huge. And he wants us to be involved in the huge things that he's up to. So how big is your God? Do you really believe in a huge God who's doing huge things?